everybody. Hope you're feeling. Hope you're feeling fine. Hello, everybody. Hope you're feeling fine. Hello, everybody. Hope you're feeling. Hope you're feeling fine. How are you today? I hope you are doing very fine. Okay, we are here again today to look at another topic in the subject social habits. And the topic is people and their profession. Say people and their profession. Say people and their profession. Can you see that on your screen now? Yes, social habit, and the topic is people and their profession. At the end of this class, you will be expected to be able to say what profession is. Yes, you'll be able to tell us what profession is, as well as you being able to mention 3 types of profession. Yes, you'll be expected to be able to mention 3 types of profession. Also, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to tell us the kind of profession you will want to be in when you grow old. The kind of profession you will want to be in when you grow older, okay? Now, let's look at the next slide. Can you see that? Say profession, everybody. I can't hear you. Shout it. Say profession, profession. Profession. Yes, profession. Profession is what people do to get money for a living. When you see mommy in the morning, she dressed up and go to the market to go and sell her goods. That is her profession. When you see that in the morning, he dressed up and go to his workplace. Probably he's a banker, probably he's a doctor or a lawyer. You see him, he will go to his workplace, he will go there, and at the end of the month, he will be paid some certain amount of money that he is going to live on, because that money is what he will use to pay our school fees. It's what he will use to, your school fees. It's what he will use to buy things in the market, food stuff to eat. So that money is what he will live on. A profession is what people do to get money for a living. That job you do, that work you do to get money for a living is what profession is. For example, a teacher now, I teach you and I guide you as well. Yes, I teach pupils and I guide them as well. I guide them right as well. So that is my profession. I am being paid for it. The money I am being paid for is I use it to get what I live on. I use it to buy my clothes, my dress. Can you see the dress I'm putting on? Yes. Then I also use it to buy food that I eat. So that is what I live on. Without that money, I will be hungry. I will not be able to teach you very well. Don't you want me to be able to teach you very well? Yes. So I have to work. And what I do is my profession, because I get money from it. And that money is what I live on. Okay? A profession is what people do to get money for a living. Now let's sing this song. Profession, profession. Profession, profession. The job I do to get money is my profession. The job I do to get money is my profession. When I grow up, I will be a banker. When I grow up, I will be a doctor. When I grow up, I will be a lawyer. When I grow up, I will be a nurse. The job I do to get money is my profession. The job I do to get money is my profession. Should we sing it again? Profession, profession. Profession, profession. The job I do to get money is my profession. The job you do to get money is your profession. When you grow up, you will be a doctor. When I grow up, I will be a banker. When I grow up, I will be a nurse. The job I do to get money is my profession. Yes, the job you do to get money. What you do to get money for a living is your profession. Now, I want you to say this after me. A profession is what people do. A profession is what people do. A profession is what people do to get money. To get money for a living. For a living. A profession is what people do to get money for a living. A profession is what people do to get money for a living. Now, I want to say everything once. So you are still going to repeat it after me. A profession is what people do to get money for a living. That is very good. Can you see what this man is doing? Yes, he's counting money. This is his office space. This is the work he do. Can you see it? He's in his workplace right now. And they have paid him his salary. Can you see the money in his hands? Yes, this money is what he will live on. This money is what he will live on. This money is what they paid him for the job he has done. This money is the money they paid him for the job he has done, and he's going to live on it. Okay, now let's quickly look at the next slide. Okay, can you see that? Say profession. Say profession. Let's sing this song. Standard living, 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 standard living. I am a teacher in my country. Teacher, everybody knows me well. If you look at me up and down, you will know that is true. Standard living, 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 standard living. I am a doctor in my country. Everybody knows me well. If you look at me up and down, you will know that is true. Standard living, 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 standard living. I am a nurse in my country. Everybody knows me well. If you look at me up and down, you will know that is true. Standard living, 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 standard living. Yes. Can you see this on your screen? Say profession. Profession, we are going to look at different types of profession now. And the first one we are starting with is teaching. Say teaching is a profession. Shout it. Teaching is a profession. Now look at a teacher. Where do you normally find a teacher? You normally find them in a school. Yes, they normally teach in the school, in the classroom. Can you see what she's doing? Yes, she's teaching the pupils. She's explaining a concept to the pupils. She's explaining something that the pupils don't know about to them so that they will know it and understand it. Can you see her? Not only that, she also guides the pupils right. She also guides them right. Yes, she also teaches them good morals, how to behave right in the society. Okay, now let's go over to the next slide. Can you see this? Oh, say doctor. Doctor. Where do you normally see a doctor? Okay, you normally see them in the hospital. You normally see them in the hospital. Yes, most of you don't like them at all, but they are not bad. They are there for those people that are not feeling fine. Yes, they treat them so that they will be okay. Yes, that is why they are there. Some of you will say, no, I don't like them because they give injection. No, They love you and they want you to feel better. That is why they do so. That is why they give injections, so that you will feel better. Okay? You normally see a doctor in the hospital, and a doctor, what do? First of all, they will try and find out what is wrong with you. Yes, they will diagnose the problem. By so doing, they can even do that by tests. Yes, they will ask the person to go and run a test to know what is actually wrong with that person. After they have discovered what is wrong with the person, then they will now what? Prescribe drug. They will tell the person to go and buy drugs that the person will be taking. And also, they can also give the person injection, okay, so that the person will feel okay. And this job he's doing, he's going to be paid for it. And that money he's being paid for it, he's going to use it for himself, for our living. Okay, now, what do we have here? Say nursing. Nursing. Nursing is a profession. Yes, nursing is a type of profession. What do you think this nurse is doing? He's making a patient feel okay. Can you see? This lady here is not feeling fine, but she's smiling because the nurse has put a smile on her face. Can you see what the nurse is doing? He's making her feel comfortable. He's making her feel comfortable so that the sickness will go away. Yes, as a nurse, you know, also they work closely with doctors. They work closely with doctors. You can also find them in the hospital. You can also find them in the hospital. What do? They also treat. Yes, they also treat patients. They also give injections as well. They also dress wounds, injuries. When somebody is cut, they dress it up so that germs will not be, the injury will not be infected by germs. So they dress it up, clean it up, and bandage it. Okay. Now, she's going to be paid for all these jobs she's doing. She's going to be paid for the job she's doing. And that money she is being paid, she will live on it. Okay? What do we have here? Say accounting, everybody. Accounting. Yes, accounting. Yes, this is his job. Where do you normally find them? You find them in different offices. Yes, what do? They help the company to look at their expenses and then advise them rightly on how their savings is going to be used. They advise them rightly on how they are going to spend money. Yes, when you transact business in a firm, you are going to pay the firm a certain amount of money. You are going to pay the company a certain amount of money, okay? The accountant is there to guide the company so that the company will not use all its money without even having savings, okay? Good. Now let's go over to the next slide. Say architecture. Architecture. Can you see what we have here? Is a drawing of a building. Say an architect. Yes, an architect is somebody that designs a building or a house before the building is being built. Yes, even the house you are living in right now, before the house was being built, it was designed first. It was being drawn. It was designed first before the builders now built it. Can you see what we have here? This is a sitting room. Say sitting room, okay? This is a bedroom. Yes, look at. Okay, this is the toilet and the bathroom. Why this place is the kitchen? Can you see? Oh, this is very nice. You see, they help us to design our house. And what do you think will happen? They will be paid. They will be paid for the job they have done, and the money they have paid, they will use it to live. They will use it to buy the things they want, isn't it? Okay, let's go over to the next slide. Say photography. Photographing, yes, a photographer. Say she's a photographer, yes. She snaps pictures. It's not when we are celebrating our birthday, for example, you see them around snapping pictures so that we will always remember events of the past. Anytime you see the photograph that has been snapped of you, you will remember the events that has taken place that very day, isn't it? So they are also being paid, but the money you give them is what they use for a living. The money you give them is what they use for a living. We also have a pilot. Say a pilot, everybody. A pilot. Can you see this plane here? What do? They normally fly planes. They can fly plane from country to country, from state to state. Okay? Say a pilot, everybody. A pilot. So the job they do, they are being paid for it. And the money you pay them is what they live on. Can you see? A profession is what you do to get money for a living. Do you understand it now? They will be paid for the job they do, and that money they are being paid, they will use it for a living. Okay, where do you normally find them? You find them in an airport. Yes, you find them in an airport. Now we have policeman and policewoman. Yes, what do? They help to fight against crime. They help to fight against crime. Anybody that go against the law will be arrested, and the person will be punished. The person will be arrested and the person will be punished. It's not your portion in Jesus' name. Okay, let's go over to the next slide. Say scientists, everybody. Scientists, you normally see them in science industry. They carry out different experiments to discover different things. Yes, they carry out different experiments to give solutions to different things. Okay, now let's see this. Say soldier. Say soldier. What do? They fight for the country. Yes, anybody that wants to intrude into the country, to fight the country, they fight against that person. They protect the country. Okay, now let's go over to the next one. Say carpentry, everybody. Shout it, carpentry. Okay, what do? Look at, they work with woods. They make different things out of wood. They make different things out of wood. Can you see the chair here? Oh, I love this chair. So I can pay for this chair, isn't it? I'll just give him money and he will give me the chair. And that money I paid him is what he's going to use to buy the things he needs. So the job he does now to make money is his what? Profession, isn't it? Yes, it's his profession. Okay, let's quickly go over the slide again. We have talked about profession, and we said that profession is what people do to make money for a living. It's what people do to get money for a living. Okay, and we talked about different professions, isn't it? Can you remember the song we sang again? Profession, profession. The job you do to get money is your profession. The job I do to get money is my profession. When I grow up, I will be a banker. When I grow up, I will be a doctor. When I grow up, I will be a nurse. The job I do to get money is my profession. Okay. We have come to the end of the class. We have come to the end of the class. And I know you have learned a lot of things. By now, you should be able to say, when I grow up, I want to be a banker, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. You should be able to choose what you want to be when you grow older. By now, okay? Then I want to quickly tell you something. Whenever you are choosing, make sure you choose out of your passion. Make sure you choose your profession out of your passion, out of that thing you love doing so much, out of that thing you have fun, that you normally have fun when doing it. You choose your profession out of that, so that instead for you to be working all through your life and getting money, it will just look as if you are playing all through your life and you are getting money because you were able to choose your profession out of what you love. I know you have learned a lot, isn't it? Yes, you have learned a not. Okay. Remember what I always tell you, read your books. There's time for everything. There's time to read your books. There's time to play. And there's time to eat. Remain safe, like I've advised. Always wash your hand and use your face mask. All right. Have a nice day.